Hello, everybody. March is here. I have to say, last night my kids were out playing in the yard. It was about 6 o'clock in the evening, and it just made me feel really good. So excited that spring is on the way. Julian's going to give us a little bit of a market update a little bit later on because of that spring market. We're feeling some activity in the air. We're going to start off with Jory sharing some information on the two new public works buildings that are on the way. Adam is also going to share some information on the RDN's recent purchase of the Hamilton Marsh, which is pretty cool. Jory, this was a bit of a controversial project that a few people signed a petition regarding a little while ago. Tell us what's happening here.
Yeah, I think we talked about this in one of our videos at the time of that alternative approval process. So 10% or more of taxpayers needed to vote against the project, which did happen. Since then, provincial legislation has changed, which has allowed them to move forward with the project anyways. So it's expected to be completed in January of 2029. It's going to cost about $80 million to build, and it'll be spread across two buildings.
Okay, and they're getting started on that fairly soon, is that right?
Yeah, I think the ground it's imminent at this point.
Okay, very interesting. So watch for that coming, and that is the Labiaux side, just behind Beban Park there, right?
That's right. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's been a bit of a long time coming. I mean, I think it's been a conversation since 2018, and the project as it is now, I think we first started talking about it 2 years ago. If we had done it 10 years ago, it would have been quite a bit cheaper, I would imagine.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Well, it is coming now by the sounds of it. Now, Adam, this is some pretty cool news. The RDN is purchasing the Hamilton Marsh. What does that mean?
Yeah, so the RDN secured funding from the province and environmental groups for $28 million to purchase its 360 hectares, which I had to Google. And Google said that's about 889 and a half acres. So 36 hectares of that is the Hamilton Marsh, which is just south of Qualicum Beach, kind of by Coombs. It'll be the 13th park that the RDN has, which is really exciting.
Okay, well, that is very cool. I think my partners here would agree. We wish we had that listing. 28 million bucks.
I was just
Very,
disappointed Adam didn't know the math.
very cool though that land is going to be protected. Not only the marshland, which is home to so many animals and birds, but also future old growth forest, right? After it has a few more years to mature. But that's very cool that it's protected. Now, Julian, has spring sprung?
Yeah, so it's that time of year again, spring market's starting, so I thought I'd go talk a bit about the stat, but more on what we've been seeing as a team in the market. So stats wise, prices on single family homes are up a bit year over year, up a bit month over month. It has stayed fairly flat, but we're on a slow up trajectory. But it does seem as though units listed and units sold are picking up. And what we've really noticed, because the winter's been a lot milder this year, is it almost seems like spring market started early. So with the sun out, people are active, people are shopping. A well-priced single-family home seems to sell quickly, and we've even been seeing some go in multiple offers again. So we're not seeing what we did a few years ago with crazy over asking offers subject free, but we are seeing two, three offers on well-priced homes, and that's a good sign for the spring being busy here. So, good sign for sellers, I should say. And then in
Yeah.
terms of townhomes and condos, it also seems to be picking up. Like, about a month ago, I would even say condos were a real buyer's market. And it is slowly but surely picking up, and we're seeing them sell as they go. So it'll be an interesting spring market. Who knows what's going to happen in terms of prices going forward, but it does seem like we've had a bit of a pickup now and things are getting busy.
Yeah, so although we haven't seen prices change a heck of a lot in recent history, we are getting some of that activity together, and inventory has stayed very low. So the market seems healthy. I don't know, would that be a fair word to use, Julian, in your perspective?
Yeah, it seems to be back to more balanced in a sense. So it's not a seller's market, it's not a buyer's market. And it seems like in the last like 3 to 4 years, we've had one or the other. So it seems, like you said, a healthy market that is weighed about in the middle.
All righty. Well, thank you for that. And thank you guys for your pieces today. We wish you guys out there the very best for this spring, and we'll see you next month. Bye now.